Hey guys, it's your boy Brandon Live. Today we ran into every symbiote host paid a price. Marvel. It's getting Peter Parker, Eddie Brock, Cletus, Cassidy, Flash Thompson. That's just Donna, Diego, Patrick, Morgan, Norman, Osborn, Dallin, Brock.
Peter Parker. Peter Parker, as the original symbiote host, discovered the alien organism on Battleworld during the Secret Wars event. He found what appeared to be a costume-generating machine that produced a black suit.
Oh yeah, symbiotes. This one right here is Venom. This one right here, he's like trying to take control of him, and he had to fight the control. And he used to surround himself with poles, right, and make sound like boom, boom, to take it off.
Responding to his thoughts, the symbiote enhanced Parker's existing powers significantly, providing unlimited webbing generated organically instead of mechanical web shooters, amplified strength and agility, and the ability to change into civilian clothes instantly. Unlike traditional costumes, the suit bonded at a cellular level and could morph its appearance based on Parker's mental commands. The organism
Also changed this nigga Peter Parker personality, bruh. Nigga was act like a bad boy, a bully. If you think about it. He had a woman, but he finna cheat on her with somebody else, bro. That's crazy.
bypassed his spider sense, moving and acting independently while Parker slept, taking his body on unauthorized nighttime patrols. This nocturnal activity left Parker exhausted without understanding why. Reed Richards eventually discovered the suit's true nature as a living alien attempting permanent bonding. The symbiote's increasing possessiveness and influence over Parker's aggression alarmed him. Using sonic vibrations from a church bell, Parker violently rejected the organism. This traumatic separation established the symbiote's weakness to sonics and intense heat, while creating its enduring obsession with Spider-Man and resentment toward hosts who reject it. Eddie Brock. Eddie Brock as Venom became the definitive symbiote-human bond after the alien organism was rejected by Peter Parker. Brock.
Wait, no, it wasn't Peter. That one right there showed. Oh, it was this dude right here. Peter surrounded this nigga with poles and slammed it.
A disgraced journalist who blamed Spider-Man for ruining his career, encountered the symbiote at a church where both harbored hatred for Parker.
Jerk.
I mean, who wouldn't, bruh?
Jerk. I love jerk. I'm a jerk nerd.
The evil Peter still treat a nigga.
Helping build America.
Mess this nigga life up.
With 100%.
I want you to kill Peter Parker.
This shared animosity created an unprecedented compatibility between host and alien. The symbiote granted Brock superhuman strength exceeding Spider-Man's, wall-crawling abilities, shape-shifting powers, and immunity to spider sense detection. Unlike Parker's conflicted relationship with the suit, Brock embraced the symbiote fully, creating a true partnership rather than a parasitic bond. Their merger produced the identity Venom, with Brock serving as host from the late 1980s through multiple comic runs. He transformed from villain to lethal protector, establishing a moral code that separated him from indiscriminate killers. Brock's physiology and psychology became permanently intertwined with the symbiote, experiencing withdrawal and physical deterioration during separations. His tenure defined core Venom characteristics, including the white spider emblem.
I like this Venom better. Lethal protector? I like that nigga.
Extending tongue, an anti-hero philosophy that influenced every subsequent iteration. Cletus Cassidy. Cletus Cassidy as
Carnage. Nigga. I think it was Carnage is like a stronger version of Venom. He also says, and also he's also the son of Venom too. I think he's that color because of blood, I think.
Carnage represents the symbiote concept taken to its most violent extreme. Cassidy, a serial killer with homicidal tendencies since childhood, became bonded to the offspring of Venom's symbiote while sharing a cell with Eddie Brock at Ravencroft Institute. When Brock escaped, the newborn symbiote entered Cassidy's bloodstream through a cut, creating a bond far more complete than any previous host relationship. The symbiote merged with Cassidy's blood at a molecular level, making separation nearly impossible and amplifying his already psychopathic nature. This fusion produced Carnage, a red symbiote with abilities surpassing Venom, including greater strength, speed, shape-shifting weapons from body mass, and immunity to traditional symbiote weaknesses at reduced levels. Cassidy's philosophy of chaos and murder aligned perfectly with the symbiote's aggressive offspring nature, creating unprecedented compatibility. Unlike Venom's protective instincts, Carnage existed purely for destruction and killing. The character established that symbiote offspring are typically more powerful and violent than parents, while demonstrating how a truly evil host creates exponentially more dangerous results than conflicted hosts like Brock or Parker. Flash Thompson. Flash Thompson, as Agent Venom, transformed the symbiote into a government-controlled weapon and legitimate superhero. Thompson, Peter...
It's crazy how this dude get it straight up. Get weapons, right? And use it. It's Venom, right? But how the heck the Venom, other Venoms can't do that shit, though? This is crazy.
Parker's high school bully turned friend and military hero, lost his legs serving in Iraq. The U.S. government's Project Rebirth bonded him with the Venom symbiote under strict conditions including a control chip, medication regimen, and limited wearing time to prevent permanent bonding. Thompson's military training and discipline allowed him to control the symbiote's violent urges better than previous hosts. The symbiote restored his legs while bonded, providing tactical combat advantages and covert operation capabilities. His tenure introduced the concept that symbiotes could be managed and weaponized rather than purely chaotic threats. Thompson served with the Secret Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, taking Venom into space and expanding the symbiote's cosmic connections. His alcoholism and PTSD created internal struggles paralleling his battle for control over the alien organism. This host period humanized the Venom symbiote, proving it could develop genuine heroism and loyalty when bonded with someone disciplined and selfless rather than revenge-driven. Dylan Brock. Dylan Brock as Venom represents the next generation of symbiote hosts and introduced unprecedented biological connections to the species. Dylan is Eddie Brock's son, conceived while Eddie was bonded to Venom, making Dylan a human-symbiote hybrid from birth. His genetic makeup includes symbiote DNA, granting him innate abilities without requiring a separate organism. Dylan can
So he's literally a symbiote himself, bruh.
communicate with and control symbiotes through a psychic connection, manipulate symbiote matter, and possesses powers independent of wearing a suit. When he eventually bonded with the Venom symbiote, the union proved more natural and complete than any previous host due to his hybrid biology. His connection revealed deeper symbiote mythology, including the existence of Null, the symbiote god, who created the species as weapons. Dylan's importance extends beyond hosting Venom to being a bridge between humanity and symbiote.
I feel like he gonna have the same powers as that nigga. No.
His powers continue developing, suggesting potential beyond traditional host limitations. The character establishes that symbiote evolution can occur through reproduction with hosts, beings that blur the line between human and alien while inheriting characteristics from both species. Norman Osborn. Norman Osborn as Red Goblin combined two of Spider-Man's deadliest threats into one unprecedented villain. Osborn, the original Green Goblin, bonded with the Carnage symbiote after it was separated from Cletus Cassidy, creating a fusion of Goblin intelligence and resources with Carnage's power and brutality. The Red Goblin retained Osborn's tactical genius, wealth, and access to Goblin technology, including glider and pumpkin bombs, while gaining symbiote abilities like shape-shifting.
I think this is a comic, because I've never seen this shit in my life. The other ones is a comic too, but yeah, this...
enhanced strength and regeneration. This combination proved nearly unstoppable because Osborn's sanity and strategic mind directed Carnage's raw power with calculated precision rather than Cassidy's chaotic violence. The symbiote's red coloring mixed with goblin aesthetics created a visually distinct threat. Osborn weaponized pieces of the Carnage symbiote, creating the Carnage doppelgangers by bonding fragments to civilians and goblin followers, multiplying the threat exponentially. His psychological warfare targeting Peter Parker's family while possessing overwhelming physical power made Red Goblin one of Spider-Man's most dangerous adversaries. The merger demonstrated that symbiotes bonded with intelligent, resourceful villains create greater threats than those bonded with purely savage hosts. Patrick Mulligan. Patrick Mulligan as Toxin hosts the offspring of Carnage, creating a symbiote potentially more powerful than both Venom and its parent. Mulligan, an NYPD police officer, became unwillingly bonded to the newborn symbiote when Carnage spawned during imprisonment. Symbiote hierarchy establishes that each generation typically exceeds its predecessor in power, making Toxin theoretically stronger than Carnage and Venom combined. This terrified both Eddie...
Can I nigga control Toxins, right? Like, actually create it?
Brock and Cletus Cassidy, creating the unusual situation of Venom protecting Toxin from Carnage, who wanted to kill his offspring to prevent being surpassed. Mulligan's strong moral code as a police officer and new father influenced Toxin toward heroism despite its violent lineage. The symbiote displayed unique abilities including advanced tracking, greater shape-shifting control, and distinct coloring with red and black patterns. Mulligan struggled maintaining control while using Toxin's power for law enforcement, creating internal conflict between his duty and the symbiote's aggressive nature. His relationship with Toxin proved that symbiote offspring aren't predetermined to follow parent behavior patterns, with proper host influence redirecting even Carnage's descendant toward heroic purposes. Donna Diego as Scream emerged from the Life Foundation's experiments, creating 5 symbiotes from Venom samples. The Life Foundation, a survivalist organization preparing for nuclear holocaust, forcibly extracted samples from Venom to create symbiote guardians for their bunkers. Diego, a volunteer security force member, bonded with the yellow and red symbiote that became Scream. Unlike the other 4 Life Foundation symbiotes, Riot, Phage, Lasher, and Agony, Scream demonstrated unique sonic powers, projecting her hair as tendrils and generating sound-based attacks. This made her particularly dangerous, since Sonics typically weaken symbiotes, but Scream wielded sound as a weapon. Diego's mental instability, possibly amplified by the symbiote, eventually led her to murder the other Life Foundation hosts, believing she was saving them from symbiote corruption. Scream's character explored how symbiotes affect hosts with pre-existing mental health conditions, creating amplified psychological breaks. Her sonic abilities established that symbiote offspring can develop powers countering species-wide weaknesses. The Life Foundation arc proved that mass-producing symbiotes without proper host compatibility or psychological screening creates dangerous, unstable results regardless of original intentions. If you found this breakdown of every major symbiote host valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for...
Yeah, hit the like button, like and subscribe, and continue helping me. And you have friends or family who watch my stuff and they can like and subscribe too. That'll be really helpful. Peace.